of the most important things we humans need to survive. It's something we would quickly perish without. The answer is water. Water contamination affects us all on a daily basis because not only do we use water to hydrate our bodies, we use it to wash our clothes, we use it to water our lawns, and we use it to take a shower with. As a biology major and an environmental studies minor at Texas A&M University, natural resource depletion is something that truly concerns me. I would like for us all to be informed on the three main ways that we humans contribute to groundwater contamination. One way we contribute to groundwater pollution is through our agricultural practices. Many of us living in rural America either are farmers or we know a farmer. Farmers use pesticides and herbicides, which are chemicals that can end up in our drinking water. This happens through runoff, which carries the chemicals to an aquifer's recharge zone. Also, nitrates in drinking water have been linked to cancers, miscarriages, and blue baby syndrome, which reduces the oxygen carrying capacity of an infant's blood. This quote comes from a textbook by Withcott and Lopasada, used in Texas A&M's environmental biology course. Sadly, the next form of water contamination is even more direct, although some of us may not even realize it's happening. Think back to the last time you were sick, and you went for a visit at your family physician. Did he or she prescribe you medication to help kick your illness? If so, you most likely directly contributed to groundwater contamination. Some of us in rural areas don't have access to drug take-back events. This means that our drugs can end up getting flushed down the toilet. This is a terrible idea. Even though we think we're keeping them out of the wrong hands, they can end up damaging our entire water supply. Although some of us do dispose of our pills properly, it makes us wonder, what happens to the pills we actually took? Well, the remnants of those pills get excreted from our bodies and flushed into our groundwater supply as well. Aside from the harmful effects this has on us, if the water we contaminated ends up in freshwater streams and lakes, it can be detrimental to a fish population. National Geographic's John Roach says, tiny amounts of estrogen used in birth control pills cause wild fish populations to collapse. I would like to turn our attention to this presentational aid, which comes from a State of the Nation article which features the work of Dr. Karen Kidd. In image A, we see a male fathead minnow, unscathed by synthetic hormones. In image C, we see a female fathead minnow. And in image B, we see a male fathead minnow that has succumbed to the synthetic hormones used in female birth control. The resemblance between A and B is not as great as the resemblance between B and C, which is a great cause for concern. Finally, one of the most recent developments in mining has led to groundwater contamination. According to the Institute for Energy and Environmental Research of Northeastern Pennsylvania, hydrofracking refers to hydraulic fracturing, a technique in which large amounts of water, combined with smaller amounts of chemicals and sand, are pumped under high pressure into a drilled gas well. This type of groundwater pollution can be particularly harmful to humans. First of all, hydrofracturing is done by private companies that use proprietary mixtures. This means that they are not required to tell us what chemicals are in those mixtures, which makes it extremely difficult for scientists to test for. There are many other ways our groundwater can become contaminated by both humans directly and indirectly. I hope we can all now identify three of the main ways that we contribute to groundwater contamination. Those of us in the agricultural industry contribute by pesticides, herbicides, and fertilizers. Most of us contribute by flushing old prescription or the remnants of them. And still yet others use the hydrofracking process or vote on the policies of the hydrofracking process in their hometowns. I encourage everyone today to look around your environment and see what you can change to help prevent groundwater contamination.